First, thank you. But let me stay in the UK and speak to Daniel. Daniel, I mean, you know the terrain very well. We practiced here before you left us in Ghana. From watching from where you are now, what do you think we need to do if we are to make the GJA very strong going forward and chart a new course for the GJA and make it a stronger institution?
I think that first of all, we must ask ourselves, and hi Ernest, hi everyone. It's been a while since I spoke to you, Elvis, and Foss as well. Great to meet you guys again. To your question, Ernest, I think that we must ask ourselves what kind of journalists we are producing, what kind of journalism that we want to see. There are existential questions about journalism in Ghana that the GJA is only a part of. That's if we want to get the right results, we must demand for them to be a part of that solution. I think the bigger question in Ghana is the question of media freedom. And I was happy to hear, for instance, that monies are being made available to journalists to get houses and what have you. It's not a bad idea, because we know that if we want to... Look, Ernest, you and I know the biggest problems with journalism in Ghana. And I'll be very blunt. Journalists don't earn enough to be independent from politicians and businessmen. And as a result, it looks like the GJA has not been able to build that level of independence. I was just reading how the GJA at a point has had to go and seek sponsorship from government to go and do their own programs. We know that in 2017, the GJA put out a statement immediately after Manasseh did an investigation asking that Ghanaian journalists should be circumspect when they are reporting on businessmen, so that they don't seem to be putting businessmen on a media trial, and they are not seen to be witch hunting people. At the heart of it, Ernest, let's be honest, people don't have money. If people don't have money, people will do what the people who have money wants them to do. That's the biggest problem facing journalism.
But Daniel, really, the question is, how much? I get the issue of remuneration. I mean, there's no debate about how poor it is in the country. People literally work for free in this country as journalists, and so it must get better. But I guess the problem is when we tie remuneration to independence, because the question then becomes, how much is enough to get a journalist to be independent?
Ernest, that's a very simple question to answer. It's only difficult in a system that we never come to see enough. You see, the bedrock of these economic issues is there are national structural economic issues that people have to deal with. When they pay you, what is the currency going to be worth in a few months versus inflation and all of that? But I was just creating a bedrock for us to have the conversation from the issues about quality journalism and protecting quality journalism. I want to know if the GJA is so passionate about ethical journalism, how much work of quality journalists has the GJA tried to sponsor? If the GJA is so passionate about ethical journalism, what role does the GJA play on the National Media Commission? When the Media Commission is taking decisions, do we see the GJA behaving as a union, or we see the GJA behaving as a member, which takes, excuse my language, which also goes to take their per diem? We are living in a country where government can take a journalist to the Media Commission. Journalists will go and question the Media Commission. The GJA will be silent. If someone is dragged to court, if a journalist is slapped, what is their union doing for them? I mean, there are unions in Ghana that do the work. If you are talking about a union, you don't need to travel. There are unions in Ghana that are doing the work. If something happens with the TUC, you can immediately see heads rolling. When the drivers don't have enough, when taxi drivers don't have enough transport, they immediately close down the transportation system in Ghana. Nobody takes taxis, nobody goes to work. We are talking about the GJA supporting its members, standing up for its members. When journalists were being killed, when journalists were being attacked, pardon me, what was the GJA doing? When